Eddie Shan, none them season. You know what's
None
going on.
season.
We're live and direct. Facts, stats, and data. If you can't back it up, we don't want to hear from you. If you're not talking about facts, stats, and data, we don't want to hear about it. Leave your opinion at the door. Let's go.
Landlord in the building. Thank you, Josh. Bye, babe. Thank you very much. See you later, babe.
The Hall of Fame. Big box sale.
Y'all must have forgot.
Y'all must have forgot.
In the building.
Attention. Friends came in at 1 p.m.
This is a mega.
It's a weekly wrap up.
It's paydays.
Judge on the panel.
Very competitive.
Jan.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Fight.
One sec.
Yo, how you girl? It's Leah.
Ready for the don't prelim start about
This is
about
for Beats.
5.
Huh? We say Beats? Can you hear me, Beats? Chickadee check 1, 2.
I'm gonna change channel. Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, okay, you can hear me. Okay, cool. All right, yeah, well, everybody should come over here. Let's talk the talks. Because I just thought, because instead of like sometimes going in the panel, going in the comments, you can just do it on the panel, innit? You can just do your show. It's just on my thing. It's your show. So go on with it. Like, you can do whatever you want. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I'm still got the hangout on here, so it's still up. So
give them the link.
All right.
Give them the link.
I'm giving them the YouTube link.
Yeah, give them the YouTube link, and I've put the panel link in the chat already. So give them the YouTube link so they can come over and hear it. Well, go on, Bruce Gas. Yeah, in the booty. Well, go on, Outlaw. You get him over
all right.
here.
The link is there, right? I'm going to close this one down, and we're going to stay on there because you're not going to be able to hear Chan properly from the link that I'm on. So follow the link. Follow the link, and we'll continue. All right. So Chan, what's going on?
Nothing really. I'm just I'm excited about this fight as well because if Franklin
forget the fight.
Where did you get
to? Forget the fight. What about this list, right? So
far,
we got AJ, Fury, Fabio Chisora, Dubois, Joyce, Dillian. Hey, that's 8. So
But
on the
what
short
is
list,
that
we
list
got,
about?
huh?
What is that list about? Because I didn't hear what it was.
Top
What
10 British heavyweights since 2010.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah. So,
AJ
yeah.
Fury, Fabio Chisora, Dubois, Joyce, Dillian Hay. On the short list, we got David Price, David Allen, Orly Harrison, Hughie Fury, Jamie TKB, Adelaide, and Nicole. So we need two.
Chisora.
No, Chisora's there already. He's in the top
Okay.
8.
Okay, he was in the top 8. Sorry, I didn't hear.
So Dave
Yeah.
Allen on the short list, Dave Price, Orly Harrison, Hughie Fury, Jamie TKV, David Adelaide, Lawrence Okoli.
Yeah. We're pretty solid, didn't we? I mean, it's not the strongest heavyweight era for like now, but I think the first 8 that you said, that was when it was well, at least when it was Fury, AJ, and then you put Dubois in it. And Wardley, we've made it strong since going from, I would say, from 2010 onwards. Them lot are a bit of the newer era though, aren't they? But it's pretty solid. You think who else had? You've got everyone.
Can you guys hear Chan? All right.
Yeah, but he's going to start feeding back. He's probably going to start.
Because you're not going to be able to hear Chan properly from the link that I'm on.
Can they not come over?
All right, I'm closing down.
Yeah, just tell them to follow. Tell them to click the link now, and you're closing down. Because then we'll have better audio.
All right, Chan.
Can they not come over?
Yeah, they should. They're going to follow over. A lot of them will follow over now.
Follow, close the link now and you're closing down.
Yeah, I've closed down. So, who's joining the panel? Anyone joining the panel?
No, it's not me talking now. It's just echoing. That's what it's doing. So let me put the link in the chat. They'll come on the panel. Da-da-da-da-da.
All right, so you've got a UD tonight or a majority.
Yeah, I do. It ain't. Listen, I had my prediction before I even heard Wardley's, but once I heard Wardley's, I was quite solid in my prediction because everyone's going for this knockout. He ain't knocking out Jermaine. If he does, he's sick. If he does, he's sick.
Well, he's a bad man. If he knocks out Jermaine, he's a proper bad man.
Do you think he can knock him out, get a stoppage like with accumulative shots, and he just doesn't respond because he's fast hand?
There's a lot of unknowns right now. There's a lot of unknowns.
I don't know nothing. We don't know what he can do really and what he can't do. If he's just going for the knockout, but he can box. Like Torma can box, man. He could box, and he's southpaw. He's southpaw, isn't he?
He is a southpaw.
God,
he is a southpaw.
Southpaw heavyweight is gold. Being a heavyweight and a southpaw, you are in hardly like 2 handfuls of people in like this current era. And like in the top 20, in the top 30, how many of the heavyweights are southpaw?
How many of the heavyweights are southpaws? Usyk?
Mm-hmm. I told him.
That's a good question, you know. That's a good question.
There's a couple more, but my mind's gone a block.
Usyk is definitely one.
Yeah. I'm running them down in my head.
Zhang, he's a southpaw.
Yeah. Zhang southpaw. Yeah.
And after that, I'm drawing a bit of a blank.
And I think there's probably one more, but my mind's blanked. Let me ask AI or Siri or something.
Hrgovic ain't a southpaw, is he? No, he's not. Hrgovic is not.
No, he's orthodox.
Yeah, he's orthodox.
He's orthodox, isn't he?
Yeah.
Evan Lorena, but he's cruiser. Is he southpaw?
Yeah,
he's
not ranked though. Yeah, he's not ranked either.
Yeah, he's not ranked. Yeah.
He's a cruiser. Yeah.
That kind of might be it. I think there was a new person that someone showed me. The guy, he's not ranked, but the guy that Eddie signed, the big heavyweight, he's southpaw. The next younger one to Moses Atoma. Eddie signed some that big heavyweight. Is he from
I know what
Australia?
you're talking about, you know. I know what you're talking. I forgot his name now.
He's southpaw. I know he's not ranked, but he's southpaw. He's going to be a problem. He fought the other day.
Leo. Is Leo Atang. Leo Atang.
Hang 6'6".
Is he a shiggity southpaw?
Yeah, he's a southpaw. If my memory serves me correct, I'm sure. Yeah, I think he's southpaw. We talked about it the other day. Me and RAJ from my show. He's southpaw, man. And I said that's
that you the ever, you know. I'm good.
Yeah.
He's got good hand speed, you know. Puts his punches together pretty well.
Yeah, man. He is. That's what I'm saying. He's like 1 year younger than Moses. He's 20, I think. 19 or 20. And he's a southpaw.
He's about 19. He's younger than Moses.
19 and 20, yeah. And I think he's 6'6" or 6'7". Deontay Wilder is
about 6'5". Let's say he's 6'6". Okay.
He's 6'6", yeah. Yeah, he's a big lad.
Shorter than AJ when he was next to him, though. He looked shorter than AJ.
Well, I haven't seen him next to AJ. Is he shorter than AJ?
He looked shorter than AJ, yeah. He did look shorter. But
maybe AJ's wearing trainers that were a bit lifted, you know, like depending what crep you're wearing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
He's currently, what's his record? He had a good record as an amateur, man. The bout is 17-1. Normally, a lot of these pros got horrible amateur records. I mean, decent
only lost one.
But they're the only fights they probably captured. He's 5-0 with 5 knockouts.
Yeah, 5 knockouts. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. And he looked similar to Moses.
What, the way they box or facial features?
Just the way he looks.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just like, hey, Nat.
Yeah.
No, it's a bit weird. Maybe I'm just going with the metrics because he's 6'6", near Moses' age. Does it all knockouts? Moses only gone the distance once, hasn't he? And Moses has never gone past round 6. He's only did 6. He's only did a 6 rounder. So like that was, and he went the distance. That's the only time he's went the distance in a 6 rounder.
Yeah, Leo will be back in action in April on the Callum Smith David Morrell undercard.
Yeah, they got to run him out. Like he needs to be out April. Then you need to be out in July. Then you need to be out in September. Then you need to be out in December. There's this depending on how the fights go. These young lads, you got to run them out. Run them out. Because that's what's happened with Moses Beats. He's been fighting near enough once a year.
And the thing is, he's getting people out of there early.
Yeah. So there's no reason why he ain't getting run out. But, you know, he had an injury for this one. This is why it got prolonged, didn't it? But I feel that he's quite inactive for a young heavyweight. Remember when we saw AJ come through? He was out quite often, wasn't he? In the beginning.
Yeah. When he fought for the title, it slowed him up when he fought for the title, innit?
Yeah, as soon as he got to the title, it slowed down. Yeah.
Slowed him up.
It goes like that, man.
Money.
But we've got the heavyweights. What was you saying about our list then?
Yeah, I've got to put them in their places now. I don't know if I put Fury above AJ. A lot of people have Fury number 1.
I don't put Fury. I don't. I just don't. Fury, and this is just being logical. Fury was 1-time unified heavyweight champion. AJ has been 2-time unified heavyweight champion. So how? And just because AJ's got more losses than it, he's got his accolades is better. He's fought the better opposition. His resume is better than Fury's. It's silly. It's silly to put Fury on top of AJ. It really is. That's like us saying, all right, so is Canelo on top of Crawford?
No.
Because you can't be in it because Crawford's 3 division undisputed and Canelo's 1 division undisputed. But there'll be some people who go, oh, it goes Canelo above Crawford because Canelo's out longer and he's did it don't matter. That's what I'm saying. So you can't put Fury on top of AJ if he hasn't had better accolades. It's just the data shows it.
Everybody wanted to fight Canelo because of the payday. No one wanted to fight Crawford. So it's a bit. It's like I would argue Canelo fought better people, but that's because more people wanted to fight him.
Yes. Yeah, Canelo fought better people than he's been out. He was an era before Crawford, even though he's younger. But
Barham kept Pacquiao away from Crawford, kept him away.
Yeah, Barham kept him away.
I mean?
Yeah.
Look how long it took Errol Spence to fight Crawford. It took him ages to fight Crawford.
Years. 5 years?
Yeah,
more.
5 years. Floyd
5,
wasn't fighting.
Lloyd wouldn't fight him.
No one fought Crawford, man. Nobody wanted to fight Crawford.
Fight him. Yeah, do you know what? Sometimes these lists you have to make a clear criteria because sometimes there might be a list where Fury is above AJ. If you're doing because Fury hasn't lost as many times as AJ, you could put Fury above of that. If you could say Fury's a better technical boxer than AJ, then you'll put Fury above AJ in that. It's these lists are never clear in what the criteria is, so it gets blurred. So you can always there's always an argument to always put AJ in top 3. But then if there's a different criteria for the list, AJ may drop down and Fury may drop up a bit. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's the criteria. And if you're going to do top 10 heavyweights because of their resume, then AJ is going to be leveling up in the top 2. So, and Fury would be at the bottom.
Dempsey McKean is a southpaw. That's who
Dempsey McKean's a southpaw. That's I knew there was one lurking. But do you understand
Richard Torres and Perot. Richard Torres and Perot. Big up Anthony Mackin and El Gramos.
Oh, Torres is southpaw as well. Yeah, shouts out El Gramos. Yeah, them man there, see? Couple. What up, Duke? Yeah, there's a couple, but they're listen, to be a heavyweight southpaw, that's all other heavyweights kryptonite. You've got a leading position being a good heavyweight, that's a southpaw.
Chris Bird. He was a southpaw.
Chris Bird is a southpaw. That was back in the day, though. He was a southpaw, but Chris coming from Cruiser?
Nah.
Was Chris
Chris started at middleweight, bro, as an amateur.
Yeah, but what I remember him from was from Cruiser.
No, he didn't. Nah, he went straight from middleweight, from amateur middleweight to heavy.
Oh, he didn't do Cruiser.
You know as an amateur, yeah.
That was Cruiser.
And then
Cruiser was Michael Mora.
Michael Mora started at Cruiser.
Yeah, Michael Mora was Cruiser.
WBO cruiserweight title. What was he?
Yeah. Sorry, I thought I'd start thinking that Bird was also at Cruiser, but yeah, it was Mora. Yeah. I always thought Bird fought at cruiserweight. That's wild. I always did, you know.
I think they must have a lot of fights on the card. That's why they're starting the prelims early. They must have a whole load of people.
The prelims on already. 3 o'clock, 3:20.
Yeah, it started already, man. Prelims started already.
Fucking hell.
Started already. Bruce Gass, Michael Mora, first Southpaw heavyweight champion.
Bruce always knows it. Shouts out to you, Bruce. That's my version of Tourette's.
Okay, Bruce. He was the light heavyweight champion.
He was a light heavy, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's not cruiserweight, light heavy.
Okay.
He fought Frankie Swindle for one of his times when he was at the Kronk.
Yeah, Kronk Gym. Yeah. Good. Yeah, boy.
Light
and then
heavyweight champion, and he went to heavy.
Heavy got knocked out by Foreman.
Yeah, that's right. And he started as a light heavy.
Yeah, boy, that's quite a legendary little That's
knocked
what I'm
everyone.
saying.
At light heavy, he knocked out everyone. Everyone got knocked out.
Right.
He
Them
killed
man
everyone.
is legendary.
He hit really hard at light heavy, but he was struggling to make the weight, man. He was just
Right,
like,
yeah,
you mean?
big
That's
lad.
when that's when he had Manny Stewart, man.
Yeah,
He had Manny Stewart.
wish he was still alive.
I tell you what, man, when he moved to heavy and he had that fight with Burt Cooper, that fight is sick, bro. Them old school 90s fights are sick.
That fight.
Sick fight, bro. Classic.
Oh, classic fight. I don't know if I've seen it, Beats. I have to.
Classic fight, bro.
I've got to do this with my design. I can't believe they got the prelims on already. Bloody hell.
Yeah, they must just have a lot of people on.
Who's on this undercard? I don't even know.
Ezra Taylor. I want to see Ezra Taylor and Willie. Ezra Taylor and Willie Hutchinson.
Oh, yeah, Willie. I heard him running off his mouth yesterday on TalkSport.
Willie like running his mouth, man.
Who you got
Willie's
winning?
entertaining. It's good though. Willie's entertaining though.
Yeah. Who you got winning?
I think Willie's gonna beat Ezra for some reason. I don't know why. I know a lot of people are saying Ezra. I'm not sold on Ezra yet. I think Willie's gonna take a lead. I think Willie's gonna take a lead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me
Without
too.
like I think he's a bit more elusive,
Mm-hmm.
but
He is.
he's unorthodox. That's-
He's a bit.
Yeah, he's a bit unpredictable though. But I don't know.
Remember, switch hits.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, he's a tricky one, Hutchinson.
I don't like Ezra's. I don't like Melly Scott as the coach, man. I don't know what it is. Just
No, of course, it's not. It's the worst that you could have. It's the worst that you could have.
not sold. But then again, he might put on a masterclass. You know what I'm saying? He might put on a masterclass.
I don't
I'm
know.
looking forward to that one. And Shaquille Thompson versus Brad Pauls is a good fight.
Mm,
Shaquille is 15-0. That's a good fight. Got some decent fights on the card.
yes. Decent fights going on, I guess. But everyone's waiting for the main, mate. The main. No, what did I do? Did I?
Yeah. Well, we did two had done him with the body shots, innit? He done Michael Moore with the body shots, Bruce. David Stewart.
Yeah.
Body shots.
I'm trying to reload this. My zone's not loading up.
Two destroyed two former champions in a round. Remember he done
David Tua
John Ruiz. David Tua destroyed
Yeah.
John Ruiz.
destroyed. Didn't Tua fight Bird as well?
Yeah, Bird outclassed him though.
Mm.
Bird had a nice little run. Former when he beat him.
Do you know what? I sometimes speak to him, you know. I haven't spoken to him for a little minute, but he I'll get him on the show. What he was supposed to be on the show, but he just didn't know how to do StreamYard. But now I've got the thing that I can just do it via phone. Try to help him, but he just didn't have a clue. Bless him. But I'll get him on the show and just maybe do a phone in. I'll ask him if he managed to do the StreamYard thing. But yeah, man, he wants to come on the show, but he's just like, I don't know how to do the set up an account. And I'm like, it's hard when you're trying to do it over the phone. Most of the fighters that I interview, I try and help them do it over the phone. The older lads.
Yeah, they're not very tech savvy.
No, they're not tech savvy. So maybe get him on the phone and he can give the rundown. Yeah, man. Legendary as well, man.
Yeah,
Legendary.
man.
We got the best heavyweights though, but it's gonna I need to see what Wardley does. I can't wait for Wardley Dubois. That's what I can't wait for.
Yeah, that's a good matchup. Good
That's
matchup.
a sick fight. And I heard you say that Joshua should have came back to a Franklin. That would have been a
That'd have been a good fight. That'd
Yeah,
have been good. That'd have been good. But I think they're going to ease Joshua in. I mean, try and preserve that Fury fight.
Yeah.
Give him someone easy because he's coming back
He's
from
gonna,
the.
he's gonna, listen, let me tell you lot, he is going to, I don't care what, he's going to destroy Tyson Fury when they fight. Mark my words. Destroy.
What makes you say that?
Boy.
Convince me that you're not. No, I'm not saying you are biased, but convince me that you're not being biased.
I'll convince you that I'm not being biased because it still sounds like I'm going to be biased, doesn't it? No, I can tell you solidly what AJ's doing. You guys have seen what AJ's doing. I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing, and his mindset is he's gonna destroy Fury. He ain't coming in. He ain't coming in to do pat thingy. He's coming in. He's sharpening up what he needs to. He's having a great time with Usyk, but he's coming to destroy Tyson Fury. The frame of mind that AJ's in, and he's kept his body in shape that he had it in with Jake Paul, and Fury is just not in good shape. It don't matter what. Fury's legs is gone. AJ's ain't. AJ's in perfect physical health.
But what's the chin like? Can he take a shot? Can he still take a shot?
He's going to be able to. If Fury ain't even going to be able to, like, when Fury lands on AJ, because he will, it's not gonna do anything. It's just you might see AJ like, oh, okay, get his attention, but Fury's not a big puncher, and you're not going to be able to keep AJ at the end of the stick. AJ's going to walk him down and knock him out. If it means he has to take 2 from Fury to give the knockout blow, the combo, that's what he's doing. Coming to do. I feel sorry for Fury because he thinks it. He knows it as well. Fury knows it. Yeah, there's a lot of pent up, of what's happened with Joshua, and yeah, man, he's doing very, very well. By the way,
that's good. That's good. Hey, listen, win, lose or draw, as long as they have the fight and they both give it their all, that's the most we can hope for, isn't it?
Yeah. So that fight. Whew, gosh. Yeah, I can't wait.
Big fight, man. It's a big fight. It's a big fight. Big fight.
Fight for us in the UK, isn't it?
Yeah, huge.
I think it's a massive fight. People keep always trying to say like it's just a massive fight for the UK. It's a massive fight for boxing. It's just a massive fight in general.
It's huge all across Europe.
So
it's huge in Africa. The only place where it might not be big is America. They might not be interested.
This is captain. It's going to be big in America. The ones that, like, because of AJ just come off with the Jake Paul fight, it's going to be, everyone's still going to watch it in America. Some are going to play it down. You know how they say they're going to play it down. But in general, it's going to have more Americanized than it probably previously would have.
Can't wait for it.
I can't wait for it.
Philip H says he doesn't know. Fury been a damn monster for me. It's a toss-up. AJ smoked by a few games. AJ should have fought Wilder, says the Black TV podcast.
I ain't been in a minute.
Are you saying AJ didn't try and fight Wilder? Didn't they have an agreement to fight if Wilder beat Parker? And AJ
and then they made a new agreement if Wilder would beat Zhang, and he still couldn't do that. So don't try it.
And turned down $100 million from DAZN. And Shelly Finkel said it the other day. The reason they turned it down is that they were getting $40 million for the AJ fight. $40 million, and it was still inquiring. You know why that fight didn't happen? And it's on film recently. Cougar knocks Shelly Finkel. Shelly said, "Okay, he's getting. How much is AJ getting? Why do you care if you're getting $40 million? Why do you care?"
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, why do you care? What? Just know that you're getting your fee. The fee that you want, you get. That's it. That's
you're the B side. Is AJ bringing all the commercial value to that fight? You're the B side in this. AJ sells out the stadiums. AJ sells out the stadiums, my friend.
Yeah, he sells out the stadium with fighting a bin man.
So all that AJ should have fought Wilder, save it, because I ain't trying to hear it. I ain't trying to hear it. You know what I mean? AJ never ducked no Wilder, bro. That's something you guys want to believe. That's something you want to believe. He should have fought Wilder.
Yeah.
Wilder should have fought AJ is what you mean. Wilder should have fought AJ.
Yeah. Wilder's fucked that up, man, numerous times.
Do you think he can beat Chisora?
I can say it. Okay. I was just seeing. I was just getting. I don't know whether I should say Joshua's prediction of this fight.
What fight? Fury
of Aitoma.
Oh, what was it?
I don't know whether I should say it. Like, should I say it?
Yeah, of course, man. Spill the beans.
Okay. All right. Josh has got Aitoma by knockout, round 3.
Interesting.
Wild.
There's a reason he's saying that. I'm wondering what it is.
No, I'm not agreeing with that one. You ain't knocking him out.
Josh would have an insight because he's been in the ring with Franklin. Maybe he knows he should have beat. You see, when he fought Franklin, he was switching trainers. He was with Derek James in it, and then before that, he was with Robert Garcia, and maybe he was a bit in transition.
Yeah, but still.
He should have knocked Jermaine out. He didn't really go for it.
Yeah, he could have. I think the frame of mind that Josh was in, he was coming off. Was that coming off the back-to-back Usyk losses?
That was coming off the Usyk losses.
Okay, and the second Usyk fight was. I implore people to go and watch it. He boxed fucking wicked in that second Usyk fight. People really don't give him the credit that he deserves fighting Usyk twice compared to everybody else that fought Usyk twice. Joshua did the best. I don't know why they keep saying it was Fury. Fury got dropped. He got an 8 count. He got saved.
He should have been stopped. He should have been stopped. He should have been stopped. The referee messed it up, innit?
Them two both got stopped or dropped. Daniel Dubois twice stopped. Fury dropped. Second fight still pinged around, little bit better than the first fight, but totally outclassed. At least, yeah, I mean, I think AJ did, and that's not me being biased. That's what it's my guy, but I just tell the truth. I'm telling the truth on that one, mate. I think AJ did the best out of Fury, but yeah, coming into the Franklin, AJ was heavy. He was wet. No, you said he was light, didn't you? What did you say? Joshua Wade's coming into Franklin. This is what when Joshua came back, he come back into the 250s. I'm sure
250 against Franklin.
Yeah, too heavy. Too heavy. Too heavy. I've worked out.
He was 243 for Jake Paul, but that's because they had a weight clause.
Yeah, I'll tell you what Joshua's, because every heavyweight, just because they don't have to make weight, every heavyweight has an optimum weight. I've worked out, you just look at the data. Look at Joshua's optimum weight that he should stick to should be either 246, 247. Stay there. That's it. You go over into the 250s, too heavy, you're too slow. You go lesser than those 240 and you go in them low numbers. Like when you come in with Usyk, he come in at what? 238, 241? Something like that. Too low. Power ain't there. When Joshua's... See, the thing with Joshua, Josh, I hope you don't mind me just talking like this, like, but you know, I talk the facts. With Joshua, when Josh is heavy, mentally he feels stronger, so he feels more confident. But the deficit is that he has to negates his speed. So he's more stiff, like when he's fighting. But in his head, he feels better, bigger. But when he's smaller, I don't know why he has to reprogram this. When he's smaller, his power does get less. So he doesn't feel as confident, but he has the speed. So you've got to try and find where you've got the power and the speed, and that's where your optimum weight is.
I don't think he has an optimum weight. I don't think he has
47. I'm telling you. 246, 247. I am telling you.
He got knocked out by Andy Ruiz at 247.
Yeah. Not saying that you can't look. You can't lose. Like if you're going to lose on the trot, then he lost that, and then he came back in super duper lighter. But he didn't.
And he was 237 in the rematch.
Yeah, he had to do that because he's coming in just to have the speed. Because Andy's got the slow feet, fast hands, so he just knew I'm coming to outbox you, fleet of foot. I ain't coming to destroy, because if I engage, and which he did in the rematch, he got a little rumbled when he decided to go in the pocket with Andy, and he was like, "Oops!" And McCracken said, "Get back on the game plan," and then Joshua just boxed from the outside, and that's why he could come in at that weight. But for him to get knockouts and still have some speed, is 247 for him. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think his performances have fluctuated, or he's been. I think he's tailored his weight, like according to the opponents. Like against, they said he was too heavy against Klitschko. He was 250. 254 against Carlos Takam. A lot of people said he was too heavy.
I know he was like that was and then the last couple of fights he come in at his career heaviest at like 256. I forget who did he come in at 255, 256 with, because before it was Takam was his heaviest, but then recently, Josh, before the Jake Paul, it was like 255, 256.
I think 255 is his heaviest weight. That was against Jermaine.
Yeah, see, it's not. He don't feel good. That's why the performance was sluggish. It's sluggish. He's got the power, and that's a testament to Jermaine though, because he's got the chin. But the fleet of foot goes when Joshua's that big. He's not naturally really a big lad, like bulky.
No, he's not. He's not naturally. Yeah.
So 240. That's I said it. 247, in my opinion, is.
He debuted at 230 in 2013.
Yeah, debuted at 230. He was tiny, like from the Olympics. Remember, he was very lean and gangly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Very lean and gangly. Very lean and gangly. He had to put on that bulk by working out, by lifting them weights. Who else is in the chat? Everyone's in the chat. Very true, Shan. I don't know which part you're saying it. Why can't E Black? Oh, it's you, E Black. What up, Doty? Who's my guy from? That's the USA. E Black's from the Manosphere. E Black's from the Manosphere beats. He's from that sphere.
Red Pillar.
Red Pillar in the building. And there's rolling with the punches. I ain't seen Rolling for a long time. Have you seen Rolling? I haven't seen you Rolling. Jeez. I haven't seen Rolling for ages. Let's see what they're saying in the chat. I hope AJ win though. Yeah. I know. Me too, Phil. I really do. Oh, E Black. You're the one that said AJ's getting smoked. That's what beats Red out. Yeah. Interesting. Get ya. I don't agree with you, but AJ is a mission now, and he'll fight through you like it's his last. Yeah, he's getting desecrated. The desecration's in the boot, is it? God, the desecration. But go on, Beats. This is your show, you know. I just put it on to Thingy.
Yeah,
Where's
man.
everybody? Who wants to come on the panel? Usually everyone's
I
like,
don't know, man. They're scared, innit? They look like they're afraid to go by the panel. What I'm turning up.
what,
Put
isn't
back
it?
the link.
Come on, man. I'll
Touch
put back the
link,
link.
man.
Here's
Yeah.
the link again. Go on, man.
Touch
Come
the
on the
link.
panel. Talk your shit. 100%, Shan. Shouts out to you. Are you talking about when I'm talking about the optimum weight? Yeah, I am. I'm a bit of a nerd like that. I look at all numbers. Like I even say, like his golden round is round 7. It's just about looking at numbers and then kind of finding the average of where they perform the best. You round it up or round it down. It just depends. And then you usually, that's how I even make predictions. Like when I go between round 4 to 6, I kind of check their records and see what they do, what their sweet
All they can
round.
do, I think AJ at the age he is now, like he's got to come in. I don't think he could come in at 2:30. I'll be honest with you, Chan. Like,
Oh no, 2:30. You can't do. No. That would be that would be at his detriment. No. You couldn't do 2:30.
2:45, I think limit right now. 2:45, I reckon. I mean,
He looks
like,
pretty lean now.
He's got to work out a few defects in his style. Like no leaning back from the shots. Use your feet. Judge your distance. Use your feet.
Yeah.
Use that number jab to the torso, to the chest. If he does that against Tyson Fury, then he's got half the battle won. You know what I'm saying? Don't try and knock him out. Don't load up. Double that jab up to his chest.
Double that jab, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Show something. He's gonna want to show some of the skills. But what I'm saying is he's just gonna for a little minute, it might look good that Tyson Fury does his, uses some footwork, the last bit that he's got left, but it's gonna run out mid-fight because there's just no way that Tyson Fury is fitter than AJ.
Well, there's two sides to that. There's two debates on that. Yeah, like Fury's never been stopped. He's never gassed out totally in a fight.
No, he has got cardio, hasn't he?
I think he's got sort of more natural stamina. He doesn't live the life, doesn't probably diet properly. But AJ, AJ, I mean, he
AJ can gas. AJ can get hurt.
What fight has he gassed it? He gassed against Pulev. He even said it himself. He gassed against Pulev, but he knocked him out. But he said it because
he gassed against Pulev.
He had him hurt early and he floored him.
Oh yeah, and then he had to take his foot off the pedal a bit.
Floyd was watching him. He even said that when he tried to finish him, he was out of gas. He looked at Floyd and Floyd said, "Get behind your jab."
The pull counter.
Yeah, the pull counter. Yeah.
Who's that? Now we've got everyone coming. We've got E-Money, Sharky. Go on, you lot have your words. Go ahead. You want to talk to Beats? You want to chop it up? What up, E-Black? What up, Sharky? Talk to us.
Big you lot up. Big you lot up still.
That's up. Yeah.
So I don't know if y'all made y'all predictions yet.
For what? For tonight's fight? For Moses?
Well, no, I'm talking about Thurman Fundora.
Oh, I've got Fundora. I picked Fundora.
I've got Fundora. No. Actually, look, what I've got is really it should be Fundora to win. But for some reason, because I know about this PBC shit, and Fundora was talking about moving up to 160, I feel that they're going to have Keith Thurman win, so he'll be the champ at 154, and then Fundora goes up at 160 and then gets the belt there. So they've got their two fighters.
You're saying that like it's fixed. You're saying it like it's a fixed fight.
I know. I kind of am. I kind of am. I know. That's how I am. Kind of. I don't mean to imply it like it's like that, but that's how I feel, Beats. That's how I feel. Technically, I just think that there should be no way that Keith Thurman beats Fundora. But I know that we know boxing, and it just never goes sometimes the way. Like I heard Fundora saying he's looking to move up to 160, And there's no reason why he has to, because the lad makes 154 easy. He said he even can make 147, sorry. And so, I mean, come on.
Well, I was looking at an interview. Today at the press conference. He said he wants to stay at 154 because it's the hotter division right now.
Okay, well, see, another thing with Fundora, he says one thing one time and another thing another time. He was saying that, oh, I want to fight Terence Crawford, and then on another thing, I want to fight Errol Spence. Like, they're all him and his Samson Luke, which I've heard him say he wants to go to 160. So now that you've heard him say that, I would just say keep my prediction and say it's Fundora, like what we said. Fundora should win then. Does he stop him? Stop him.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. So
Yeah.
are we really throwing Keith Thurman like out? Like he has really no chance?
What, one fight in 4 years? One fight in 4 years? No, it's worse than that. I'm looking
And
at
3 fights in 7 years.
Yeah,
3
it's
fights
7
in
years,
7
bro. Yeah. 3 fights in 7 years.
Wild. If he wins, he's a don.
Since he fought Danny Garcia, yeah? He beat Danny Garcia, split this in 2017, right?
Yep.
He's had 1, 2, 3, 4 fights in 9 years.
That's fucking wild. In a decade, you know. All he does is shut his mouth.
Okay, all right.
Winning this fight, huh? Trust me, he's not winning this fight. He's not winning this fight, right? I saw him against Jose Cito Lopez, and he struggled. Right? And that was 7 years ago, right?
Yep.
Against Mario Barrios, he didn't look that good.
He looked rubbish. He didn't stop Barrios, did he?
No, he didn't even get a knockdown. Didn't come close to it.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same one time. If that was a prime 2014,
He would have stopped Barrios.
He would have stopped Barrios.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's saying it, man.
You know what the big problem for Keith? If Keith gets up to a slow start, he's done us.
Yeah, it's Donnersville.
So, okay, let's just say, for sake of argument, we get a very good Keith Thurman and a very good Fundora.
Mm-hmm.
We're still counting.
That's almost fantasy. Your fantasy.
Is that a good debate, though? I don't think that's a good debating point, though. Like, why are we going to hypothetically say there's going to be a good version of Keith Thurman when he's had one fight last year, didn't fight for 2024, didn't fight 2023, had one fight in 2022, and before that, he fought 3 years back, 2019, where he lost a split decision to Pat. It's not going to be a prime Keith. He just had too much time out.
I'm not even saying.
He's no friend to no boxer like that. Even like ATT.
Even the elites.
Yeah, even the elites.
All I'm saying is, are we like take out, because those are all valid ideas. I'm giving you guys all the credit. You guys have totally.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead, E. Yeah.
And all I'm essentially just saying is, okay, on pure boxing.
Yeah.
If we get a great version of Keith Thurman, or not even a great version, just a version
one that's really good. Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
How do we see this fight going? Because I've always said this: Keith Thurman had the longest reach outside of Bud in the 147. He has a long reach. He's like 1 inch lower than Bud's reach, which is a very long reach.
That's right. He's got a 69. He's got a 69-inch reach. He's going to be outreached by about 11 inches. 11 inches. He's going to be outreached by.
Bud's got a 75-inch reach.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
it's just not going to. Even if we get an okay, I get what you're saying. Just say, even if we get an okay version, because that's the most that we can get out of him. An okay, it'd be going off a cliff if if we're saying we're expecting a great Keith Thurman. Like, you can't go against the laws of physics and biology. We're not going to get a great Keith Thurman, but we may get an okay Keith Thurman. And an okay Keith Thurman still don't beat this kid.
Keith needs to go because he hasn't had regular work. He needs the money. He surely needs the money, right? And like you could train all you want. That inactivity has to hurt him. It has to hurt him. How old is he now?
Yeah.
He's
36, 35.
37. 37, man. Everything inactivity is against him. Age,
Seven now.
He's not battle hardened. There's a lot of stuff against him. 11 reach disadvantage. A lot of stuff against Keith. A lot of stuff.
And do you remember he's injury prone?
If he wins, I'll give him his due. But it'd be a very good win. Very, very good win.
Comeback. That
when you consider the circumstances.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Who's that? I hope that's Bruce. Yeah, there you go, Bruce. I have to ask if that's What up, Bruce? What up, Rocky? You haven't spoken as well. What up, Bruce?
What's up, Lady Champ? Thank you for having me on.
No, it's this by proxy. This is actually really beats his life. We just been on here.
Okay, and just to tie this up, and I don't want to belabor the point. I think this is a much better fight than I don't think it's a whitewash on Keith. I've been a fan of Keith since he's been on PBC. He has a great boxing technician speed. We're discounting his speed, and like I said, if we get a good athletic version of Keith, and because he fights long, Keith Thurman is a long fighter, so. I just don't believe in I think the odds are a little bit closer than I believe, but I can understand why everybody would say he's not ready.
So what do you know about Fundora?
Oh, I like Fundora. Oh man, I love his inside game. I love his outside. He's still learning how to use his reach. He's susceptible to right hands a lot, but he's a great student of the game. I like his father. I like how they approach boxing. They kind of approach boxing, you could tell they watch tape. You can tell they study. You can tell that, they're a boxing family.
Yeah, his sister's undisputed down at the super flyweights, something like that.
And so I like it, but the only problem I have is this too soon? Because once you start getting into that 80 to 85, 90% of boxers, it's not as A plus B as people put. An A fighter is still an A fighter.
Listen, he's got. This is going to look like him against Tim Tszyu. This is going to look like Tim Tszyu fight.
But I never rated Tim Tszyu that well either. I never thought
rate Tim Tszyu that well, but. Keith Thurman's way better than Tim Tszyu. But not at this stage of his career. Even Tim Tszyu's washed and he didn't even really to start. But what I'm saying is, go ahead, Bruce. Go ahead. Sharky, are you there?
All right, man. I'll tell you how I'm looking at this fight tonight. I think it's going to be a wash.
Chad, I'm there. Still, I'm there. Just a lot of talking, so I thought let the chat settle down a piece and then I'll jump in.
Just after Bruce, then you just come in. Say your piece.
Okay.
Go ahead, Bruce.
All right. Let's see. Where was I? Yeah, I think Fundora is going to have an easy night. Thurman, 6 fights in 10 years, 37 years old. The disparity in size, reach. I mean, Fundora is a freak. This guy's. It says 6'5", 6'6". Dude, that's as tall. That's as tall as freaking as heavyweights are. He's going to be the biggest guy on the card, the tallest guy on the card, and that does mean a lot. And the thing is, Fundora doesn't use that. He doesn't use the advantages that he has. I think he's gonna have to use them. And I can see somebody said it's going to be like the Tim Tszyu. I'm kind of seeing that. I'm kind of seeing Keith Thurman walking into a straight right hand, And like Beats was saying, when he fought Jose Azito Lopez,
Yeah,
he did not like those body shots. Those body shots were really hurting Keith. So
Yeah.
Keith gets inside.
add to the
And
yeah.
Fundora's got an unbelievable uppercut. I think he's learned a lot since that Brian Mendoza fight because I mean this guy has just let's not talk boxing IQ, just his regular IQ. He's accepted into Harvard Business School, bro. That's I mean, how many boxers can even come close to lying about that? That's an exceptional IQ, and I think that can translates down to boxing. He's got his father, his sister, the whole family's into it, and I just think it's going to be an easy night for Sebastian Fundora. I don't think Keith Thurman, 37 years old, 6 fights in 10 years. I don't think he's going to be ready for an active champion like he's going to step in there with tonight. So I'm looking forward to it, but I don't think it's going to go more than 4 rounds.
Really? Yeah. Keith is going to get battered. That's what I know.
4 rounds? We're really giving this 4 rounds.
I don't know if it's 4 rounds. It might. Listen, Keith went the distance. This was even a younger Keith with the Barrios. He went the distance with Barrios. Barrios' face was peppered up, though. He went the distance with Barrios, and that was 2 years ago. Listen, he's going to get it. It's not going to go. This ain't going the distance. I don't. If it does, that's a moral victory just alone for Thurman. If he goes the distance, it's a moral victory. But I think he gets stopped later rounds.
Yeah, I could say later rounds, but you gotta understand this he only lost 1 fight. This Keith Thurman has championship pedigree. This is not like a walk. He has tricks of the trade. These type of fighters do not go down in 4th round without a shocking knockout. Fundora doesn't have that one-punch knockout ability. He has great power.
No, he doesn't. He has a cumulative. He will overwhelm you, though.
Yeah, he will overwhelm you, but he does not have a one-punch knockout ability.
He will just bulldoze you like what David Benavidez is, a bulldozer. But Fundora, he's working on his outside game. He don't even need. He could beat Keith on the outside. You don't even have to beat him up on the inside. Sharky, go ahead. What's your point? Your views, my guy?
No, I was just jumping in on the chat. Just some interesting things said about Anthony Joshua. Some interesting insight to the psychology of Anthony Joshua. I think he may have a point in regards to his weight.
Yes.
I think that weight is probably the fine balance between speed and power. I have heard before, prior to you saying that Joshua doesn't feel so comfortable when he doesn't feel powerful. So obviously that's not like coming out of nowhere. What he will do to Tyson Fury?
Run down him.
I think it's going to be a problem for Tyson Fury still. I think it's going to be a problem. I think it was always going to be a problem. But at this stage in his career, Anthony Joshua visibly has some psychological holdbacks. We all do, really, innit? It's not about Anthony Joshua, right? But coming up to that fight, that's pretty much going to be his last fight, right? Pretty much. It's almost like
maybe not, and
maybe not.
And I just you say like psychological holdbacks, because I believe that was true pre-December. If you really got psychological holdbacks, you don't keep going. This guy
I agree with that.
To me, in my opinion, he is inspirational. He's one of the strongest mentally. He's always been touted as, he's mentally weak. Nah, mate, this guy's gone through hell and back.
I didn't say that. I didn't say he was mentally weak, just for clarity.
I know, not you. I know, not. I'm just saying what the general, people will say. And it takes a lot of mental dexterity to do what he's doing. So although I know what you're saying, that there seemed to be like a issue before where he just wasn't pulling the trigger like how he used to. And I don't know what that was, because physically he was fit, but it was upstairs. I just think now he's just we can that away.
Lee,
And
I
just
just think that's his way.
sorry,
I don't know if we can. You know what I mean? I don't know if we can, and I'm saying if we can put it away. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah. I'm saying that I don't know if we can just put that away at this point. I think we won't really truly know until he gets back in the ring with, you know, a live opponent, because Jake Paul don't count for nothing. Let's be real.
The next
Don't count for nothing.
polished.
We need to know what he looks like now. And I followed this man's career, you know, like most people from the beginning, and it wasn't a hype train thing. So over time, you get to see how people function. And I'm just a thinker like that anyway. You know what I mean? I train with a lot of boxers, you know, and whatever else. So I wouldn't say he's weak-minded, but I will say that from what I've observed of Anthony Joshua, he has this little, I don't know if we can call it a tick. It's like a freeze tick, especially on the big occasion. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like, I don't know if it's fear of embarrassment or something, but again, a lot of that has been eroded over time. Getting knocked out at Wembley, I was there at that fight as well, and I was so vexed. Getting knocked out at Wembley at a sellout crowd is not the one. But I think if you can do that in front of everybody, still smile and still get back in, there's obviously something about you. But I think he's needed those moments to almost get himself to the next stage, not necessarily of his boxing career, but for himself. Do you know what I mean? Like, for his own self-growth. So I'm interested to see what the next version of Anthony Joshua looks like. And this is the thing with Anthony Joshua, right? He's got more lifelines than a bloody cap. Do you know what I mean? Every time something goes wrong, there's always something in favor of him and intriguing to see. It's almost like everybody wants it so bad. Do you know what I mean? To see the guy do well.
Josh is the guy. Josh is the guy, man. He's just never going to get the respect until he leaves. And when he leaves, everyone's going to then give him the respect. Just kind of like Lennox Lewis. Like, you know, Lennox Lewis had personality flaws, so I didn't really like it. But
Same.
Yeah. Are you the same? Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah, same.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, I think.
Hang on, Eat Money. I actually got to meet him, and I don't know if he ever. You know, when you can feel the vibes when you just don't like someone, and someone probably can feel that you don't like them, so they vibes you like they don't like you. So when we took a picture, someone took a picture, I was like, because I didn't want to really take a picture with him. I'm not going to lie, because I don't really like him, but he's legendary, isn't it? So when we saw it, they was like, take a picture with him, take a picture. So it was kind of like, I've got to show you the picture. I've never posted it because you could see. I even said it to him. I was like, and then someone said, and my friend goes, now you could do a selfie. My friend was a big round. So I was like, and I went, Lennox, you can come a little closer. It's okay, but we're kind of like repelled against each other. Like you could just see the energy.
Mad.
Like, thank you. Yeah.
That's mad. Why did you take the picture?
You, and I respect what you've done. And he's one of the best heavyweights that Britain's produced, and he's iconic. So I can separate the two. But with Joshua, I just don't fit. And Lennox was a hater on Joshua, so I maybe don't like him even more.
Yeah. It wasn't good what Lennox was doing. It wasn't good what Lennox has been doing. And then he tries to dress it up like he's not doing that when it's quite evident that he is, which makes it worse. But
yeah,
I mean,
well, for a lot more credit. Beats is going to call me a fangirl. He's sitting there behind his thing right now, going,
I'll wait for Beats to talk. Because Beats Beats comes to the knowledge too.
Well, can I just speak real?
Me and Beats in verbal sparring is the best panels.
No, Joshua's got some great.
That you get. Go ahead, Beats.
He's got great accomplishments, man. Anthony Joshua's got great accomplishments. He's definitely got great accomplishments. But at 36, we've got to be realistic. You know what I mean? Like one fight ago, he was knocked out badly, man. He was knocked out badly, and although he came back into it, he wasn't in the fight previously. So, what is left is a fair question. What is left is a fair question.
It's not that.
Let me just talk to what Beats just said. You see that moment? Just a quick one. You see that moment in that Dubois fight, yeah, where he got sparked up so many times, so embarrassed. That little bit of fight tells me something about him. And I'm hoping that he's kept that feeling and that moment, yeah, within him, so that when he goes into his next serious fight, yeah, and the chips are, before the chips are down, take that same energy. It's not always about like feeling out. You know what I'm saying?
He's mowing them down. Don't come back if you're not mowing them down. That's what I'm saying. Abadawidi. It's best that you hang them up if you ain't coming to mow down. And and what I know is that he's coming to mow down. So I need to see the mow down.
Well, I don't think that's the issue. I think he goes into camp. I think he has a great I think he physically and mentally goes into every situation, and he's really doing the measurement test on himself mentally and everything. I just don't think that when he gets into these fights, he adjusts well. He doesn't adjust on the fly as good. He has to either be in gear 2 or 3. He doesn't go up or down. He doesn't go up or down very well. And he gets and what I saw in the Dubois fight is that, okay, this guy's catching me with this type of punch. I need to switch up. And they tried to go back to the jab and the jab right hand. And he doesn't rise up or lower based on the situation. And that's a lot of his problems. I think he has everything that I was looking at the fight. He literally was fighting back. That's the thing about it. If he's not fighting back,
I think he lost the fight before I think he lost the fight before the fight started. That's just me. You can feel it in the stadium. It was like you can feel the people were just nervy for him before he even started fighting. Then he had that little trip as he was walking in, lots of little things. And these things get to someone like him.
But the point that I'm trying to make is, like, we always talk about mentality. He's mentally at that moment was fighting. He was fighting. And that's what you want to see out of a boxer, even if they're losing a fight or if they lost a fight. He was still fighting. I just don't think he tactically has the ability to rise or lower the tempo on the fly. And that is a lot of his deficiency. The only time I seen that it was when he fought Klitschko. He had to rise and change kind of things, and he did it on the fly.
That was before he lost. That was before he lost, right? That was before he lost.
So for me, when we talk about Joshua with the mentality, I think of course he's a fighter. He's going to fight. I just think that tactically he doesn't like some fighters are just better at fighting in different hey, move to the left, move to the right, figure things out. Anthony Joshua just wants to knock you out. He wants to overrun you, and sometimes you can't be the hammer every time. I think he did good. If you look at the Ruiz fight, the second Ruiz fight, he stuck really good on that plane. But
what did he do? He stayed stuck to a game plan. He was programmed. You know what I'm saying? And that's no diss to Anthony Joshua. I like Anthony Joshua. Do you know what I mean? The point that you're making, I guess I'm kind of agreeing. You can't it's like you got to be able to change in the fight. That's the subtle difference between someone like Tyson Fury and AJ. Tyson Fury will change it up in the fight. He doesn't need a coach to tell him to change it up. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Joshua will fight. You just said it anyway. The same way, same thing. Whatever you was told to do in training, that's what you're gonna do. And you can't function like that when the danger's in your face is real. And it surprises me even more because Anthony Joshua comes across as a proper overthinker. So what are you actually thinking about in those moments? Do you know what I mean? Is it the training session gone by, or is it, and these aren't things that can't be fixed. I mean, that can't not be fixed, but it's just an observation, isn't it?
Yeah, I just think that he, like you say, he trains for a fight. This is the game plan. This is what we're going to do. And then the picture is different when he gets in there. And if he doesn't adjust his focal points, and a lot of times he gets caught in deep water. I think with the Ruiz fight, the first one too, he had the perfect picture. He knocked the dude down, and the next thing you know, the guy's up in his ante. You have to make the adjustment, and he doesn't do that well. And when he doesn't do that well, I think he tires out a lot. But like I said, if he changes that part, he's the most dangerous guy on the planet.
Yeah, I think he definitely got it. And that's what everyone's been waiting for the last 10, 15 years, to see that guy turn up. And you see it in glimpses, but it doesn't stay for long enough, consistently enough for him to be that guy, if you know what I mean. Because that Dubois fight should have been his fight. That Dubois fight should have been the re-anointing of Anthony Joshua. But again, come in, a little bit soaking wet, you know what I mean? And it just didn't work out.
So I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, but now I know bits and pieces, and it's it's technical, man, and it's that things will always stay private. Do you know what I mean? So you just got to move on. Like there was issues, you move on, and that's all I can say. Do you know what I mean? At the time,
I hear that.
No, but
I'm not gonna push back. Issues every time. Every time Anthony Joshua does it. Yeah, man, we can't say that. And listen, you would hear me speak now and think I do not like Anthony Joshua. I like Anthony Joshua.
Not at all, babe.
All right, cool. Just
oh no, not at all. No, and
but they can't.
I'm not.
Yeah, what I'm saying is we can't have issues every single time. There was issues in Ruiz 1. There was issues in this. There was. It's like, come on, man. Like,
I know
that's not what the fight's about.
But there was this, and all I can say is, I know the issues. I'm never going to say the issues. I'm never going to say it. At the time, I didn't know the issues. I thought there was issues by looking at the signs in it, but now I know what the issues was. So there was issues, and that's just the bottom line of it. There was issues that led to that he lost, but there were issues. Same thing. There was issues. You see what he lost. Do you think fighters, when they lose, it's because they just lose, or there's some things that they just done wrong? Pre-camp, in camp, in the fight, is issues, isn't it?
There's a multitude of factors in it, but the ones that we want, the ones that let me rephrase that. The one that we see rise above it are the ones that normally get the most respect, right? Because all of these fighters must have had problems. Muhammad Ali must have had problems. Tyson had problems. Andre Ward had problems. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone's had problems. Do you know what I mean? But they fight through those problems, innit? I'm not trying to say that as in, do you know what I mean? Do what do you call it? Do out your bootstraps and roll on. If you got problems, you got problems, innit? But I'm just saying it doesn't put him.
Yeah, but there's other factors, because you've got the people that you mentioned are obviously superstars. Let's just get Muhammad Ali. He's the greatest. Get him out of the picture, right? He had issues. He got beat because of issues outside external factors. He got beat. Health issues. He got beat. Taking fights because of his entourage. He had to pay, his ex-wives and things like that. He got beat. So that's issues. And he was the greatest of all time, right? So when you've got someone that has been technically the face of British boxing for the last 10 years, and the hoopla that goes around Anthony Joshua, and the issues mount up. There's issues that we don't even know about the issue. There's issues on top of issues. There's a lot of, and that was why he said he has to strip stuff down, because there's so many distractions.
By what you're saying, Chan, can I ask you this? Do you think the pressure in the Dubois fight, do you think there was too much pressure on AJ?
Too much, yes.
I think so. And that's what I'm saying. In them big moments, the pressure overwhelms him a little bit. That's what it sounds and looks like.
There's a lot of pressure. It's just always something, and then he's conflicting with still doing. He's a very committed person. So when he needs to do his commercials for these endorsements and that, like, that's why you have to sometimes say, while you're in camp, I can't do Lucozade, I can't do Range Rover, I can't do Land Rover advert, I can't do JD Sports. He does all his commitments, and then that.
Here's this. Yeah, would you say then, Chan? Yeah, that AJ's humble persona is hindering his fighting performances? Because really, you should know that you've got a fight coming up and not say yes to Lucozade. You should know that you've got this and that. Like, cool, that's your commitments, but every fighter is going to have commitments. But there's a point where you've got to just say, you know what, I'm focused on what's important to me, which is winning this fight. That's what I'm going in to do, and that's what I'm preparing myself for. Yeah, I can't see Tyson Fury being pushed around by Netflix before a fight or whatever. Not to say that Tyson Fury is a great upstanding human being, but I'm saying that he wouldn't have it. He wouldn't.
I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes when it's like we're never going to be able to even speak to that. You're never going to be able to break down what someone's life really is, and you're not in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, from the outside, it's hard to really pinpoint from the outside.
Yeah, when someone's kind of like a one of one, we ain't really got multiple references. He's kind of an anomaly in a way. So there's a lot of things that just go along with that, and he's acknowledged that, and he said that, and he said, I need to strip things down. Listen. He's been famous coming straight out of the Olympics. He wasn't prepared for all of that. And at the end of the day, all of the bombardment, he's learning fame, finances.
I rate him for that. What he's done, that's where his ratings come into play. What he has done for British boxing and boxing in general can never be taken away from him. And I don't think anyone can begin to understand what level of mental endurance it will take to manage those things on the fly. By the way, that's credit to him. But you know, when we're talking about the fight, we're talking about the fight. If we're talking about overall, amazing.
Yeah, so sometimes you're going to fall down. And I'm not comparing him to Jesus. I'm just saying Jesus compared the cross for us. And on the way when he was on the cross, he fell down a few times. Do you know what I mean? Did we look on Jesus and think, what a fucking dickhead, man, because you fell down? Or was you carrying the cross so sufferation could kind of stop? Like when you're carrying people and carrying things,
moving into new territory there, boy.
You're gonna fall, is what I'm saying. You're just gonna fall down. You just, like you said, learning on the fly, and sometimes it just spills into your fight performance. I mean, Daniel Dubois lost more times before. When did AJ? How many fights in was AJ by the time he'd lost to Ruiz? He'd already been a unified champion. Daniel Dubois has already been stopped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They can't chat to AJ. They can't chat to him. They can't. Like all of these lads have been beaten way before AJ was beaten. By the time they're at, AJ's already been a unified champion twice. That man has been knocked out from cruiserweights and mollywop from cruiserweight. One time unified. Daniel got an email belt. You know what I mean? It's not the same levels.
I think AJ's fight career was mismanaged anyway. I don't think his career was mismanaged because he's made a lot of bread and he made some significant moves at the right time. But his fight career, everything came a bit too early. Because once you start challenging for belts and that,
the Olympics,
it's you can't. Whoa, I mean, even you look at those achievements. It wasn't just didn't he get silver in the World Championships as well? He got silver in the World Championships, gold at the Olympics. So this guy is, he's a serious fighter. You can't even. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, he didn't really win that gold," but even if you want to look back at his career, he's been winning, like in the top tier from like before that, innit? So obviously there's something there. But when it comes to challenging for belts as a fighter, I'm saying that his career was mismanaged because he should have been allowed to grow a bit.
Well, the problem is that I think when he lost to Andy Ruiz, that was his he was supposed to come to America and, beat up some tough, like some softies, like give him a couple of pull-ups and a couple of, like Andy Ruiz, this fat kid, give him, and that was his time to kind of get his bearings under him, because I think if he beats Andy Ruiz, he comes to America and he gets 2 or 3 fights under his belt, I think his bearings would have been better. But when he got sparked,
I agree.
It's kind of like now he's got to go from one comeback fight to the next comeback fight. Every fight's a comeback fight now, and that's not a good position to be in.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he's made good money.
Like the thing is, though, he did avenge that loss. So I think people don't talk about. They always talk about the loss, but he came back and beat the guy.
Do you know what though, Beats?
So.
Do you know what? Do you know what though, Beats? It's the optics of
Sorry,
being smashed around, being
Feed my
smashed
cat.
around in America.
Optics, like, it's the actual the recorded history that he lost the fight and won his belts back. So that made him 2-time.
Beats,
I'm
I'm
not
just going.
disagreeing.
Hang on, I'm just Beats. You take
Yeah.
over, yeah. I'm just gonna feed my cat.
Yeah.
He's buzzing around me.
Beats, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I actually agree with what you're saying, right? But for the purpose of the discussion, I'm saying that what my man just said, no, he's right. It was the wrong, for me, well, in hindsight, innit, it's a great thing. It was the wrong move to make at that time, just running into fight. And by the way, let's not forget that fight was totally
Why was it the wrong move? Why was it? Sorry, let me. Why was it the wrong move?
In terms of managing his fight career, the way I see other fighters maneuvered, right? In terms of how I see other fighters maneuvered, going into fight an Andy Ruiz, who, you know, anyone who watches boxing knew that Andy Ruiz weren't a punk. He looks a certain way, right? But he weren't a punk, right? And you're having to take this fighter on who isn't a punk in a new country with this big rollout, right? At the drop of a hat with a couple of weeks' notice to train. You've been training for one style of fighter, but because you want the razzmatazz and the big lights and whatever, not him, whoever, whatever, they've just rolled him out like same way. Show must go on. Let's just throw you in with this level of fighter, same way with, you know, not enough time to prepare, and see what you got. Yeah, he rolled the dice, in it, but obviously in hindsight, it didn't really work out the way that it could have. I'm not saying that it's been a total failure.
Yeah,
but it didn't work out the way that it should have.
But on the night, Andy Ruiz was the better man. That someone has to lose. There's no entitlement to win. You can't say it's a wrong move. If you lose, you lose. The facts are, he lost the fight, and then next fight he got back. He got the get back, didn't he? He won the rematch. So that's boxing. If you don't lose and learn from the loss, then you'll never get better. There's not too many Floyd Mayweathers who run out their career, or Joe Calzaghe who run out their careers undefeated. So he learned from the loss to Ruiz and came back and won the belt 2 times. So
fair enough.
I don't think he was badly managed. You know what I mean? It was a fight that he was favored to win, and he nearly did have the fight won, but Ruiz showed extreme resolve coming back from that left hook, and he tagged Joshua and he got him. Fair place to Ruiz. You know what I mean? It wasn't a wrong move, though. I mean, how much did he get paid? It's not a wrong move. He got paid millions for that fight. It wasn't a wrong move. He lost the fight. Mismanaged is when you're taking fights that you're getting hammered for, and then you're not even seeing no paper. You can't even pay your rent next week or whatever. You can't even pay your mortgage. That's mismanaged. That's not mismanaged. He lost the fight.
So that's his career. Paying the mortgage part, we're moving into finances again. And I understand the financial element. I'm more referring to...
all right. Aside from the finances, how is it a bad fight? Because if you're fighting top 10 heavyweights, you could say fighting Povetkin was a bad move. Maybe you should have dropped the strap. There were people saying, you're going to lose against Povetkin. You should drop the strap. But no, he kept the WBA strap and he beat Povetkin in fine style. He was the first time to stop him. And that was a difficult fight at the start. This is championship boxing. If you're a unified champion with 3 straps, your mandatories and voluntaries are going to pull up potential banana skins. It is what it is. That's what being a... There's no way you could say that he was badly managed fighting Andy Ruiz. There's no way. There's no way.
What was the fight? What was the fight after Andy Ruiz 2 again? It escaped my mind. What was the fight after Andy Ruiz 2? Come on now. All right, so fought Pulev, and then after that, we had that COVID.
Usyk.
Right? Okay. Yeah.
None of his fights while he was champion were badly managed. They were all fights he was supposed to take. None of them. None of them. That's my opinion. Let me just say that though. You're entitled to your opinion. But
I think
he was badly managed.
I think the whole idea was, I think, like I said before, was that Andy Ruiz was supposed to be, hey, you're coming to America, we're gonna get your feet wet, type of fight, and that kind of derailed it, because now after Andy Ruiz, you're going into get back fights, comeback fights, like
And
Yeah, but what's
that
that's
type of
boxing?
men,
Isn't that boxing though? Isn't that boxing? You like that's boxing though, isn't it?
yeah,
What,
yeah, that's boxing.
so the way I see that you're debating is like not let's forget Joshua. Is everybody has to be undefeated really? Like so.
No,
Is that
not
what we're
necessarily.
saying? Like, unless he's undefeated, he's badly managed.
I think that move could have been managed better. So maybe it needs to be rephrased. That move could have been managed better. I think that's
How?
a
How
fair,
can you,
fairer
explain
point.
how? What? So avoid the Ruiz fight. Don't fight in America, right? Then
Well, fight in America,
I
but
don't get it.
but
I don't get it. I
but
don't get
fi-
it. I don't
but
get it.
fight
I don't get it.
fight in America, right? But given
You
the time,
can't fight better than your. You can't be managed better than your ability. You can't be managed better than your ability. If he was unable to beat Ruiz on the day, he was unable to beat Ruiz. So okay. So when Lennox Lewis got chinned by Oliver McCall, right? Was he badly managed? Or did he get chinned?
it's a little.
That's a different scenario
It's a little
because
bit different.
Lennox is training in
why is it
Lennox,
different?
Lennox is training in America at that time. He's
No, he
already.
wasn't. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. No,
I
he
mean,
wasn't.
okay, he still had
Canada.
Emmanuel Stewart, so he still had.
No, he
he
wasn't.
still
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't with Manuel Stewart. He was with
that was
Pepe.
it.
He was with Pepe. No. He was with Pepe Correa, right? And the
Okay.
fight was in Wembley Arena.
We're talking the first fight. I thought
Yes,
that
and
was
then
that.
when he lost, then he hooked up with Manny Stewart. He was with Pepe Correa. The fight was in Wembley Arena, and he got chinned. He got chinned.
And then that's another thing. The way there was Lennox was doing a lot of stuff at that time. You know what I mean? It was just I just think it's a bit different.
No. What happened was, right? Lennox is very talented, gold medalist like Anthony Joshua, right? His coach told him, get that bum out of there. A bum who is still fighting today and has never been flawed. Probably got the best chin in boxing history. And he took liberties, threw them sloppy right hands, and got countered with a huge left hook and was on the deck, and the titles were gone. Simple. But he got revenge eventually. It wasn't bad management. It was supposed to happen. Just like when Joe Louis lost to Matt Schmeling in the first fight. Schmeling done his research. He was one of the first people to use film and study his opponent. He studied that Louis dropped his hand, and he knocked 5 lumps out of Louis. It is what it is. That's boxing. Listen, if we're going to judge if you're going to judge
AJ's manager,
then if we're going to judge everyone by the Mayweather, then everyone's badly mismanaged. Everyone, nearly everyone, except Terence Crawford. Then everyone's badly managed.
All right. Would you have sent your fighter? Yeah, with short notice to fight a relatively dangerous fighter, unprepared.
Like who?
Like I'm saying, Andy Ruiz. Like new country, new settings.
Yes, I put Josh.
You'd have told your fighter to go in there.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Because it's championship.
Especially Andy Ruiz. Andrew Ruiz really only had 2 weeks.
No. All right, go.
No, I was just saying. I was just adding. I was like, it's on the flip side too. Andrew Ruiz technically only had 2 weeks to train, so you know it wasn't a good setup for Andy Ruiz.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah.
There you go. He only had 2 weeks as well. Yes, I would have sent AJ out there. Why? Because AJ is a talented fighter, Olympic champion. He's on momentum. Right? Jarrell Miller failed the drug test. Adam Karanaki turned down the money, first PBC fighter. Then Luis Ortiz. Now it's Andy Ruiz's shot. Yes, I would have sent AJ in. Yes, you're getting paid well. You're in shape, or you should have been. Although they say there were issues, but I don't know. I'm not in the camp. Yes, I would have sent him to fight. Because boxing, anyone can lose. On the given night, anyone can lose. It's not bad management.
And you were right about the Lewis timeline. I just looked it up. Yeah, I forgot that there was that time where he wasn't with Emmanuel Lewis. Or Stewart.
It is what it is. It is what it
Yeah.
is. It is what it. Sometimes it just is what it is. Like I don't think a lot of people give Andy his credit for that win either.
No, definitely Andy deserves credit because he showed heart. He was flawed and then started to fight back.
The fight was done. As far I remember watching it, and it's done. The fight is done. No, it's not. No, it's not.
No, it's not. I remember watching it too. I was already getting my beer. I was like, this bugger, this bum, get him out of here, AJ. And then next thing you know, it's
man.
And you know what
you're on Twitter.
If AJ got rid of him in that round, you know what they would have said? Andy Ruiz is a bum.
Yeah.
Yep. That's true. It was fair. Guys, I'm gonna jump off the stream for a minute. Hopefully I'll get a second to jump back in before you lot come back off. But if I don't, have a blessed one. Big up Chan, big up Beats, big up everyone in the chat.
Blessed to you, man.
Yeah.
Like it's like tonight, like everyone say, yeah, Moses is gonna mow this guy down. Hey, you never know. Man.
Oh, so Moses is fighting tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the light skinned dude, right? The heavyweight light skinned dude.
That's the light skin.
Yeah.
Like you said, this is a tumor. Yeah.
I think I saw him on one fight, but I haven't like really done my deep dive on him yet. Like I kind of wanted him to keep, you know how it is, hey, this guy's the next guy, and then you're just like, okay, well, let me see when you get 17, 18-0, because you don't know the level of talent yet. You don't know, but he looks good. He looks really good.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. It's like it's always we'll see. Because I remember what was that Polish guy? That white. Well, of course he's white, but man, he threw 1,000. He threw like one of the most punches in the heavyweight round. And he was supposed to be the next up and coming guy, and he got sparked by I think Wilder, or he lost a fight to somebody. But yeah, that's the it's almost like rap. You got to wait until their second album come out before giving them the crown.
It is, my friend. It is what it is.
And that's the beautiful thing about
boxing.
boxing.
Yeah, like see, boxing is what it is. Like anything like. When people look at Mayweather, oh, you're undefeated, you're great. Yeah, he is a great fighter. But if the judges had gave Castillo the first fight, then he wouldn't be unbeaten. I'm not saying Castillo necessarily won, but you could have argued that he won that fight.
Yeah. Yeah. But the one thing I always say, like, it's okay to have a favorite mediocre fighter. One of my favorite fighters to watch, and I'd watch him any day, was Bam Bam Rios. Brandon Rios. Man, I will watch him any day. I used to love Arturo Gotti. I will watch him any day. What's the guy who used to fight on ESPN? Mayweather beat. Gosh, I can't remember the guy's name.
Drunken Master.
No. He beat him. He was like the ESPN Fight Night, Friday Night Fighter champion. It's gonna come to me. I have to look him up, but he was one of my favorite fighters too. I used to love watching him. I think what happens in boxing, everybody only can like A+ fighter. I'm like, no, I love watching great fights. I love what Pro Box is doing. Pro Box is putting a lot of guys in there, and you don't know who they are, but shoot, hey, it's a free fight, and I'm watching it.
I think AJ has been very, very well managed. I think he's been very well managed. I think that we'll see what he can do in this phase of his career. It might like at this stage here, it could go against him coming back, and we'll see. Like he's with Igor now. Let's see what Igor can add. You know what I mean? but
He fought for the world title in
he's
10
done
fights,
what
right?
he's done the best with his tools. He's done the best with his tools. He's made great endorsement deals. He put heavyweight boxing back on the map. And listen, the Ruiz fight was a thrilling fight. Like, it was a good fight. Like, AJ nearly had it won and then he lost. It was a good fight as well. Like, it's easy to say, oh, you shouldn't have did this. In boxing, it's do or die. You go in, right, and you roll the dice. You literally roll the dice for your life and your health. You know what I mean?
So are we going? Are we saying tonight's fight is gonna? What do you if you had to bet? Would you say split decision, unanimous decision, a knockout? What are you feeling with the Fondora fight?
I don't know. I've just got Moses to win. I haven't got no particular way that he's going to do it. I think Moses will win. But
okay.
I think. Oh, were you talking about Fondora? You're talking about Fondora. I'll go for Fondora on points. Maybe late stop. I'll say points. I'll go points.
Okay. Yeah, I've been trying to imagine this fight. I can't imagine it. It's a weird fight to me. I just don't know. I really just don't know what Keith we're gonna get. I just don't know what Keith we're gonna get. And Fondora, like I said, he's not a perfect fighter. He's a learning fighter, but he's not perfect at all. He's been out. I remember watching what was it, Lubin fight. Even in the first 2 rounds of the Lubin fight, he was doing good. So he has a lot. He's learning. Now this might be his crowning night. This might be his crowning night, and he might see out with the old and with the new. But we also thought Keith was going to be Pacquiao.
Yeah, that went pear shaped, didn't it? It didn't pan out, man. It didn't pan out.
I was so mad. I was like, because I really wanted to see Keith. I really wanted to see Keith and Spence. I really wanted to see that, and Keith dropped the ball.
Yeah, he dropped the ball big time.
Yeah.
That's how that goes, man. Like, you know, Manny Pacquiao is an ATG, and that was his last great moment. And Keith just happened to be unfortunate to be on the wrong end of Manny's last great moment in boxing.
Man, yeah.
Perfect. Hi, Sister Bells in the Buddhism.
What's up, Lisa? Big up, Lisa. Big up, Lisa. Big up.
So is it? Go on, Beats. You carry on. I'm just eating.
Yeah, Manny Pacquiao. He pulled that. I thought Thurman was going to win, but Manny seemed reinvigorated that night, man. And Keith kind of like fought at Manny's tempo, and Manny just took control. Not took control, but he done enough to win the fight. He floored Keith.
Yep.
Right. That was what, July 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the last. Is that the last fight that Manny's actually won?
Yeah. Because then after that, he got made champion recess. Remember, and all that bollocks because he went missing for a little minute. Tried to do that presidential run or whatever, and then they put him. What was it? The WBA, and he was champion. He was made champion recess, and then all of the other things come with the Ugas and all of that.
Ugas, remember Ugas beat him? Ugas beat Manny.
Yeah, I actually went to that fight.
Oh, was you there, E?
Yes, I was there. I went to that fight because he was supposed to fight Spence, and you know, I had already booked my tickets. I'm thinking I'm about to go see a legendary Spence versus Pacquiao fight. Man, about 3 weeks, almost a month before Keith Spence got hurt, and you couldn't refund nothing, so I had to go.
Was that when he had the car? Is that when he
No, that was after the car wreck.
His eye, eye injury and sparring. He had to go and get his eye dealt with.
Yeah. So I tell people, Manny Pacquiao fights are like, you have to experience it. It's like no experience. It's not a regular fight crowd. It is like literally 1,000, 10,000 people willing one person on. You'll never experience it ever again. Simon, every time a punch gets thrown, the whole stadium goes, Manny, Manny. It is,
Wills him on.
yeah, it is I've like, I know we play, you guys are over there. And when I say football, I mean like American football.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but like, I've been to football games. That's not even the experience I'm talking about. Like when people basketball games where they're like defense,
Yeah.
like it is that times 10. I've never experienced where literally
Yeah.
95% of the crowd is willing a fighter on. It's the weirdest experience you'll ever see. You can see why he won so many fights just off the crowd alone. But of course, I'd have to go to one where he lost. I went to Deontay Wilder fight, and I went to the one fight where he didn't knock somebody out.
What fight was that?
That was the first time he fought Stiverne.
Oh yeah.
When he first won his belt. I was like, of course I'd pick the fight where he wouldn't knock somebody out. This guy's been knocking everybody out, and I picked the one fight he doesn't knock somebody out.
Yeah, he did score. Well, he scored a sort of knockdown against Stiverne. Stiverne pulled him down.
Yeah. That he pulled him down. But I wish I would have went to the second one. The one good fight but then now this is how bad my luck is. I went to Crawford versus Khan in New York, and I was like, yeah, I get to see Crawford versus Khan, and that fight gets stopped because he quits, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm not going to no more fights.
Yeah, he quit, man. He quit.
Yeah, he quit. I was there, and that was a funny fight because I stayed in the same hotel as the Khan camp. So when we were going to the stadium, I get on an elevator and like 4 Khan fans just with like the full team jerseys and jackets are like, they get on the elevator. And they was like, so who you going for? I'm like, I just want to see a good fight. But I didn't want to get beat up on the elevator going to
just a level above the likes of Manny. I mean, Amir, just a level above.
Yeah, he's way a level above, way bigger, way like. And that was the first time I got to lay my eyes on Kell Brook, and that dude is a big guy. He was sitting there with his little leather motorcycle jacket, walking around by himself. And I was like, damn, this dude is big as hell. Because I've actually like taken pictures with Andre Berto. Berto's very short. Was the guy Peter Quillen, the 160 champion, former champ? I'm bigger than him. But Kell Brook is bigger than me. I'm like, damn, you fight 147. So.
What, Kell Brook's bigger than Peter Quillen?
Yes. Kell Brooks is bigger than Peter Quillen.
Okay.
Yeah, like, because Kell Brooks is like almost 6 foot. Like, he's like probably a 5'11", but he's like thick paws, like, thick, very big. Like, he can look like a basketball player, like a small little point guard basketball player. He's actually pretty big. Like just watching him compared to like the people his size. But like Peter Quillen, like I said, I have a picture with him and I'm like taller than him. But Peter Quillen got these big old mitts, big old hands, like hands that don't even look normal on humans. They look like big stones. That's why I say you can't leave these boxers alone, man. They're not built the same as everybody else. But all right, guys, I'm gonna stop boring y'all with my trivial stories. Hello? Hello?
Oh yeah, yo. I just had to pause for a sec.
Okay. All right. I just didn't want to leave the
What's
stream
that,
without.
Chan? You still there? No, I hear that. I hear that. I know what's happened to Chen.
Yeah, so
I'm probably gonna. I'm probably gonna get out in a minute as well. I've been online for a little while.
yeah, I'm about to go order another $75 fight and pray that it's a good one.
Oh, okay. The pay-per-view, yeah.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one.
All right, man.
Take care.
What happened? Where did everybody go? Where did everybody go, guys? Ryan from the 6th, CZ. Beats, I had to take a phone call. My guy Ryan from the CZ. From the SACE. Salute, Lady Shan. I got you next week if you're going live, Queen. Yeah, you're going to be in the borders. We're going to have Ryan. I'll be there on Monday. So I'll chop it up with you after this. is did guys let me know what happened? Did Beats go? I don't know what happened. What happened? You lot let me know because I had to take an important phone call. So I'm not sure what happened there. Y'all let me know. Oh my God, my screen has gone a bit funny as well. What happened, guys? Tell me, what happened? What happened? What happened to this bloody setup? I can't even see. Oh, okay, here's the comment. Oh, Beats had to go. Oh, okay, I got you. All right, well, we'll just shut it down. I just wanted to make it a thing so, you know, Beats and everybody could chop it up. I hope you guys just enjoyed it. It was an impromptu one. We will be back over at Beats' when he generates his live. He may go live today again, or he may go live tomorrow. But thank you, Beats. Shouts out. That was fun. And now the fun is done. So I'm going to go. Guys, you've been amazing. And, you know, we're here to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Knowledge is what? Knowledge is key. Sight for Guan in our sight for Guan.
So if it Guan, not bad to see nothing because nothing not got Guan. Lock off your eyes, cock me, make you cock.
Them the like we win the like dead.
Them not like me, so me not like them. Man, I figure set this straight and clarify. Put fire upon a pagan, aim for the cranium. Turn off the news, there's a bag of lies. Worst raised man, wanna inform up on Babylon and every one of them dirty guys. And if they wanna go around the order, I guarantee somebody's dropping fly.
You know, we deal with stats, facts, and data.
I have opinions just like anyone else. You got opinions. But unlike what you're doing is I bring facts, data, statistics, things you can go look up yourself.
R.I.P. the Godfather. That's right. Entonces, recuerda, mi gente del mundo, estoy lista para ti, para todos, siempre ya tú sabes.
Listos para los chingazos! Listos para los chingazos!
That's right, I am that bitch, been that bitch, always will be that bitch. I am the female Svengali.
It's tight, you suck at life, you don't want a round three. Worship the queen and your mic to pass. Keep it real, these chicks couldn't wipe my anyway, now let's go get Bulgari. I am the ultimate Bengali. These chicks can't even spell that. You hoes bugging, repel that.
I have to shout out my guy AJ all day and twice on a fucking Sunday.
Let's go, baby! Let's go!
So I'll bring it from me to you, from you to me. You dares, Rodders. You dares. Shane, thanks so much, Stephen. Shane.
The legend himself. Wait there. The legend himself. Wait there. The legend himself, you know. We can't leave.
Right, brother.
In the booties.
In the building.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go on. You got
All
go on. Go ahead.
Have a good one.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
That jab. We got a
Let's
jab.
go. Let's go.
Thank you so much, Josh.
Right.
And I will catch you on the flip side. Thank you so much. Have a great day. All right?
All right, Lady Shan. None them season. You know what's going on. We're live and direct. Facts, stats, and data. If you can't back it up, we don't want to hear from you. If you're not talking about facts, stats, and data, we don't want to hear about it. Leave your opinion at the door. Let's go.
Landlord in the building. Thank you, Josh. Bye, babe. Thank you very much. See you later, babe. So, anyway, I'm gone. Hey, girl, it's Leah Disham, nonetheless. Beats, thank you very much for hosting and coming over and hosting and bringing everyone to come out to play. I appreciate it. Always learn a lot of knowledge, and I love chopping it up with, you know, the historians, the OGs, and my peers, student of the game. Hey, girl, it's Leah Disham, nonetheless. Thank you to the audience. I will see you on Monday for the weekly wrap-up Shiggity Shiggity West, Shiggity Shiggity Show. Gyan! Ra! Lady Shan, Beats, and everybody, thank you very much. We've left the ball dizzy. Gyan!
Fight!